Welcome to an absolutely glorious afternoon here in St Anne's on the Sea. Now, St Anne's is a holiday resort in the north of England. You may not even have heard of it, let alone visited it. But as you can see behind me, there's a spectacular Victorian Pier. There's a gorgeous beach. There are beach huts. There's even a Spitfire. I'm going to have a little wander round because there's something else about St Anne's which is really special to my heart. It was the town that I was born in. All right, before we explore the pier, let's go and meet Les Dawson. This is what's known as the Peace and Happiness Garden. In this garden are tributes to many stars from Lancashire, old and new. And here is the man himself, Les Dawson. Now, Les Dawson is a very famous comedian from the 60s, 70s and 80s, famed for his mother-in-law jokes. He was also famed for being able to play the piano really badly out of tune, so badly out of tune that it was funny. But here's the thing, in order to be able to play the piano badly out of tune, you've got to be able to master it in tune, haven't you? And over here, there are some plaques commemorating some other Northern English stars. George Formby, remember him?
When I'm cleaning windows.
Jenny Eclair, Bobby Ball, rock on Tommy! The aforementioned Les Dawson. If you're a soap fan, you'll recognise Amanda Barry. She played Alma Baldwin in Coronation Street. This spectacular entrance to St Anne's Pier reminds me of a railway station. What do you think? Just looks like the facade you would see somewhere in a town centre railway station. I don't think this is open today, unfortunately. We're a little bit too close to Christmas, but we'll see. Yes, it's closed as expected, but we'll have a walk around the outside. There are fish and chips available in the Pier Cafe. So if we go down onto the beach, we'll be able to see the splendour of St Anne's Pier from the outside. Wow. To think that this was built in 1885. It's lasted well, although not all of it has lasted well. The pier used to be at least twice as long as it currently is, but a series of fires over the years has led to the demolition of the outermost half. And that's a shame, because right at the end of the pier, there used to be a theatre. You can even see the remains of the part of the pier that was demolished right out there. And that's where the theatre used to be. All right, let's go underneath. Ah, the light's better from this side. Look at that. When I was growing up here in St Anne's, when I was a teenager, there used to be a video arcade here on St Anne's Pier, and I used to spend bucketfuls of 10p pieces on Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Defender. Anybody remember those games? Just have a look at St Anne's Beach. Imagine, in the summer, it's absolutely packed with people. Today, there's only a few of us. There's an ice cream parlour on the other side of the pier, but I think for now, we're going to have a walk along the promenade. There's lots more to show you. This is quite nostalgic for me, I have to say. It's deserted today, isn't it? Well, it is bitterly cold, and it's only 3 days before Christmas. Now, this is a very poignant statue of lifeboatmen. Let's have a look at the inscription. It'll remind me of the story my dad used to tell me when I was growing up. This monument commemorates the 27 brave lifeboat men who lost their lives in December 1886 in what is the worst disaster to befall the lifeboat service. And the names of all those lifeboatmen are carved into this statue, staring out to sea forever. Feel the power of history. Okay, let's carry on along the promenade. Beach huts next, I think. And then the Spitfire, possibly. There's a cafe over here, constructed out of an old railway carriage. Though like everything else in St. Anne's, it seems to be closed. That really is an old set of carriages, isn't it? Anyone recognise the livery? LMS, perhaps? Talking of trains, there's a sign here that says, "Beware of trains." There is indeed a miniature railway here in St. Anne's, and it hasn't changed in 40-odd years. I used to ride this with my parents back in the day. Look how crooked that track is going off into the distance. Have you ever hired a beach hut? Beach huts are really popular in these seaside resorts, and you can hire them by the hour or by the day. Bring your kids, bring a picnic, and you're just a couple of seconds away from the beach. I love that little beach hut that's on its own, but if we go round, there's a whole load more, all in a line. These are really quite cute, aren't they? Let me know in the comments if you've ever hired a beach hut. I'd love to know your experiences. So that's St. Anne's Promenade with all those beach huts, all the way back to the pier right there in the distance. Just imagine what this is like in the summer, when the wind isn't howling. Wow, I'm getting quite nostalgic walking alongside that miniature railway again. We're heading back inland. I want to show you a waterfall next. Here we've got an absolutely gorgeous miniature botanical garden, complete with waterfall and also a fantastic stone bridge. It's funny how the memory cheats, isn't it? When I was young, and I was obviously right down there, this bridge was colossal. Now I'll have to duck to walk under it. Yep, I definitely am going to have to duck. And then this might be treacherous, the stepping stones back across. Oh, how slippery are these stones. Here comes that waterfall. Hey, this is the first time I've seen the waterfall in probably a decade. Wow. I remember it being about 5 times taller than that. And the great thing about this waterfall is you can walk around the back of it. I'm just so pleased to see that waterfall again. It's nearly Spitfire time. A couple of things to show you. First of all, there's a beach cafe here, but then an extra special place. This is what I'm looking for. A little bit more nostalgia. This is Fairhaven Road. This is the road that I grew up in. I was born in Lytham St. Anne's and I lived here for nearly 18 and a half years. Of course, for the last 30 odd years I've lived in Scotland, so it feels so nostalgic to be back where it all began. Oh well, nostalgia out the way, I promised you a Spitfire, and a Spitfire you shall have. This way. Well, from Fairhaven Road to Fairhaven Lake. And can you just see there, through the trees, the Spitfire? Now this is one of the most random things you're ever gonna see. There we go. Seriously, you might be wondering, what on earth is this Spitfire doing here at Fairhaven Lake? Look at that magnificent piece of machinery. Of course, this is a Spitfire Memorial commemorating the lives lost in the Battle of Britain. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. What an incredible memorial, and what an amazing place to have it right here at Fairhaven Lake. This is truly breathtaking. Well, I'm actually feeling a little choked up after that. What a great afternoon exploring St. Anne's-on-Sea. The nostalgia is quite overwhelming. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Rog Vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour around St. Anne's with me this afternoon. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. All you need to do is to push the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Until the next video, remember, there's always something to see, so get out there and find it. Was also able to play the piano so badly out of tune, it was funny. But the thing is, to be able to play the piano badly out of tune, you've really got to be able to play the... I knew I'd f*** that up.